And now we have the final match, which is Shotaro versus NeoBuster. Because Shotaro has seen exactly what NeoBuster's deck can do, and because this is a near direct counter pick, on paper Shotaro wins this battle, but in practice, we've seen that when NeoBuster has Ultmail as the Vanguard, things just happen. Doesn't matter who he's up against, things are just appearing to happen. Which leads us to the situation we have here. NeoBuster says that Shotaro's deck is still green. You change that by looking in your bind or into your soul. And then it fixes that issue. Shotaro using a second mulligan bothers me because it makes me wonder if he's miswriting. First ride is Gojo. Gojo's skill to discard a card and draw one. Chooses the grade 1, which is something I'm glad for because most people choose grade 0s. And I really don't like seeing people get rid of 10k shields just for a reason like that, especially that early in the game. Speaking of things being lost early in the game, NeoBuster is forced to ride a Perfect Guard, and Shotaro immediately gets rid of Milius. Critical from Shotaro going to the Vanguard, and we see Tekko and a Sanctuary Guard Dragon put into the damage. Shotaro, I was gonna say 10k shield if he wants to guard this. He technically didn't even need to guard it, but better safe than sorry. And now we see 15k to the Vanguard. Which isn't guarded, and then 19 to the Vanguard, which also isn't guarded. 4 to 1 once again. Now keep in mind, Mythos had NeoBuster in a similar situation. However, Neo was able to come back from it. NeoBuster rides, doesn't use the skill. He could have Soul Blasted 1 to call a unit from hand, and by doing that, he could have called a unit to the field from his hand and giving that unit 5k. Strides into Gobblade. And now calling Starlight Violinist and using its skill. With the skill, we bring out Blaster Blade Spirit, and with its skill, it can retire Burning Horn Dragon with a Counter Blast 1. Short put her to the rear guard, and with its skill, he's going to Counter Blast 1 and retire it and give 5k to 2 units. 13k first. Second attack is guarded perfectly. And because the Vanguard is 16k, it's not enough to. He doesn't have enough to do another attack. Now we have Stride into Muhammad and grade 3 check. Gets one. calls it. It is the Great. And now 26 at the Vanguard, perfect guarded. Neo decides he wants to keep his field. Gets an unflip as well, because his Soul Blast was the perfect guard he got earlier. No triggers in the triple check at all. 2 grade 2s and a grade 3 actually. So Shotaro might be seeing himself taking a lot of damage this turn. NeoBuster rides into alt mail. He could have went into Sanctuary Guard Dragon, but going into alt mail tells me he doesn't have a lot of grade 1s in hand to call to the field. In this particular situation, it's not something that matters. He goes into Saint Blow Dragon. Probably because he realizes that Shotaro doesn't have a lot of cards to guard with. So he's trying to rack on early damage now while he has the ability. Alt-Mail Stride skill brings out the critical trigger as well as Knight of Twin Swords, giving them both 5,000, giving 5,000 power to both those sides. Calls another critical trigger. And now with Saint Blow's ability, he gives Saint Blow Dragon a massive amount of power. 19k to the Vanguard is guarded. Second attack is going to be 18, which I hope is guarded as well, but Knight of Twin Swords activate. Knight of Twin Swords brings out Knight of Black Mantle, which is 11,000 because there are 2 grade 2s on the field. Oh, he did guard the Knight of Twin Swords, okay. 1,000 power added to Saint Blow Dragon, not guarded. And no triggers appear. Mhm. 11k to the rear guard was guarded, and now we see Burnout Dragon, which is gonna kill a rear guard. And I'll be right back. There's something I need to take care of, and that was the best and probably the only time I can do it. So I come back and Shotaro is completely wiped out his opponent's field. Isn't that lovely? Also, my mic wasn't in the right position. Oh well. Well, now the alt mail turn, and we have. What the freak am I looking at? No. No. NeoBuster had no field, and suddenly this happened. Yeah, that's 17. That's correct. No critical trigger for NeoBuster. 24 at the Vanguard, and it's perfect guarded. So now we have Stride, Dragonic Overlord, the Ace. Are you okay? I think you need to lay down. NeoBuster no guards and Shotaro critical triggers. First check is and no heal for NeoBuster. Sanctuary Alliance takes it. Good battle. Team RE. NeoBuster almost brought it completely back, but Shotaro was able to pull it out in the end. Good games, and we'll see you next time.